Tropical cyclone Anne is currently passing 150 kilometres to the north of Willis Island. The cyclone warning remains in place between Coen and Cape Tribulation. However, the watch zone has been cancelled for Cape Tribulation to Port Douglas, and the watch is Cape York to Coen, including the Lockhart River. At 4 a.m, and Category 1, sustained winds in the centre 75 kilometres per hour with wind gusts to 100 kilometres an hour. And in the background is the Willis Island radar view, and is 30 kilometres of 15 south, 150 decimal 3 degrees east, estimated to be 530 kilometres east-northeast of Cairns, 150 kilometres north-northeast of Willis Island. And here's the Bureau's current track chart, and it's moving west-northwest 25 kilometres an hour and moving towards the west-northwest in the northern Coral Sea. Tropical cyclone Anne is expected to continue its current motion and likely to cross the northeast tropical coast of Queensland on Wednesday morning. And it's forecast to track or to cross as a Category 1, though it may weaken to a tropical low before crossing. The gales for gusts to about 100 kilometres an hour may develop about the coast adjacent inland areas between Coen and Cape Tribulation, including Cooktown, Willis Island, early Wednesday morning. These gales may also extend north to Cape York, including the Lockhart River, later on Wednesday, depending on the movement of the cyclone. As the cyclone approaches the coast on Wednesday, a storm tide may occur between Lockhart River, Cape Tribulation. Large waves may produce minor flooding along the foreshore. And the latest on Anne, 14.9 degrees south, 150.2 degrees east, maximum winds 45 knots, and minimum central pressure is 1002 millibars. And here's another view of the Bureau Meteorology's track chart on the cyclone. Now we have a look at the Joy Typhoon Warning Centre's track chart, followed by the NOAA floaters. And whilst we have a look at that information, the Joy Typhoon Warning Centre has it 14.9 degrees south, 150.2 degrees east, 45 knots, gusting 55 knots. That's maximum sustained winds, and 281 nautical miles east-northeast of Cairns, tracking west at 12 knots. This is over the last 6 hours. However, animated enhanced infrared satellite imagery depicts an area of asymmetric deep convection displaced over the western semicircle of the centre due to easterly vertical wind shear. A 91 GHz colored composite microwave image indicates shadow banding wrapping into a defined low-level circulation centre positioned on the northeast edge of the deep convection. which provides fair confidence in the initial position. Upper level analysis indicates low, moderate 15 to 20 knots vertical wind shear offset by good poleward outflow. However, total precipitable water imagery as well as the recent sounding from Willis Island suggests the presence of dry mid-level air which is hindering development. The initial intensity remains assessed at 45 knots based on a AEST image showing 40-45 knot gradient winds over the southwest quadrant and a PGTW volcanic current intensity estimate of 3.0, 45 knots. The cyclone is forecast to track westward to west-northwest through the forecast period under the steering influence of the low-level subtropical ridge enhanced or entrenched over eastern Australia. Numerical model guidance is in fair agreement with a 220 nautical mile spread in solutions at the 72-hour mark, and is forecast to maintain intensity through the next 12 hours, but should gradually weaken through the remainder of the forecast period. And this relates to vertical wind shear and land interaction. Increase and upper level divergence weakens. Wave height is 21 feet. Now we have a look at the GFS total precipitation model outlook, and once again the information's at the bottom of the screen and it's the area in yellow through the dark brown. And it's also the west coast of the South Island of New Zealand. Now we have a look at various tracks on the cyclone. The models are on the right hand side of the screen and the individual colours represent what the models are. Now we have a look at wind probability. It's a GFS model from 7 a.m. through to 1300 hours Wednesday. Bureau of Meteorology has in place a gale warning for the Peninsula and Cooktown coast and a strong wind warning for Cairns, Townsville, Mackay coast. Similar warning will be in place for tomorrow, but an expanded strong wind warning for the southeast Gulf of Carpentaria, the northeast Gulf of Carpentaria, Cairns, Townsville and Mackay coast. Bureau of Meteorology has in place an initial flood watch for coastal catchments between Cooktown and Ingham. Now we have a look at the latest instability. Flooding is possible across the flood watch area over the next few days. Endeavour, Daintree, Mosman, Barron, Mulgrave, Russell, Johnson, Tully, Murray, Herbert, Rivers. Total precipitable water. Not as healthy as what it was a couple of days ago. Information right hand side of the screen, and it's more healthier when there's more pink. Now we have a look at the 12 hourly rainfall for the region. And finally, in this update, the Bureau's total forecast of rain. And by the time this update is out, the Bureau of Meteorology's Tropical Cyclone Warning Centre would have updated. We will provide regular updates in the coming hours.
You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com, our YouTube page youtube.com/Force13, on Facebook under the same name Force13, and our Twitter handle, it's @Force13 if you wish to get in touch. You can also add Force13 on Skype and my personal account on Discord, Fool13, at extension 9094.